Loving God is not a mere decision. You cannot merely decide to love classical music, much less God. The music must be compelling. Something must change inside of you. That change makes possible the awakening of a compelling sense of its attractiveness. John Piper and Oswald Chambers provides a profound truth of the fruits of loving God. He said, drink deep and full of the love of God, and you will not demand the impossible from earth's love. And so one of them, a lawyer, asked Jesus a question, testing him and saying in Matthew 22:26-40, he says, Teacher, which is the great commandment in the law? And Jesus said to him, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. The second greatest commandment is not the same as the first. The first commandment is primary and depends on no other greater obedience or love. The second is secondary and depends on the first, loving God. The second is an overflow or fruit of loving God. It is easier to say that you truly love your neighbor apart from God. However, when you love God with all your heart, soul, mind, body, and strength, the overflow of fruits of loving Him leads you to love your neighbor more than you could ever have done or thought of. It is impossible to truly love God and not love your neighbor as yourself. And so the psalmist, realizing the truth of this matter, after a deep and honest engagement with the Lord, pours out his heart to the God of love. In Psalm 73:25-26, he said, whom have I in heaven but you? And there is none upon earth that I desire besides you. My flesh and my heart fail, but God is the strength of my heart and portion forever. And I truly believe that the psalmist loved his neighbor more than he ever did or thought of, by drinking deep and filled with the love of God. May the love of God that passes all human understanding reign supreme in our mortal bodies and soul. Amen.